Hi guys, Tosin here, and today I have with me a very special guest,
MR.UZOR.
MR.UZOR of Afroscot. So we're going to be talking in today's video about what Afroscot has been up to in the last 1 year in Scotland and in the United Kingdom at large. So if you'd like to know more, definitely stay tuned. Hey, hi Michael.
Hi.
Hi. So if you guys can see, we're holding books in our hands. So Michael is going to tell us just a little bit about Afroscot generally, and just the inspiration behind the name and what you've been up to in the last 1 year.
So Afroscot input and Afroscot experience, and it's really about what it's like growing up in Scotland. And I wanted to take my inspiration from Africa as well, because growing up, I was a bit ashamed of my African heritage. However, as time went on, I realized how important and significant it is to my life. So I wanted to tell stories where I highlight that you don't need to pick either culture, why don't you just bring them together?
So is that how you got the name Afroscot?
The name Afroscot really came from, I was attending a wedding, and it was this African lady, Nigerian lady, marrying a Scottish man.
Okay.
And I thought this was really exciting, and the idea was in my head, Afroscot, you know. And I painted this image of a Scottish man going to Africa. I think the image is somewhere on my Instagram, and through that, I just thought I think it would be a good idea to put both Afro and Scot together to make Afroscot.
Amazing. I really like that. I think it's usually can when I feel forms online, I see things like, oh, Black African, Black British. I've never seen African Scottish, and I think that Scotland has its own identity. Even just being a part of the United Kingdom, they have a very strong, culture as well. So being African is such a good marriage. If you guys don't know, we're in this lovely gallery. It's Afroscot's gallery here in Glasgow. All over the place, I'll be inserting videos. You guys will see some of Uzor's works here as well. Because I think you, beyond being an author, you also do drawings, exhibitions, fashion, and all of that. This is one multi-talented young man. So we have two books in our hands. This is the first book I think Uzor wrote, and that is the latest one. And if you stay tuned to the end, you get something exciting from us. So do you want to tell us about this book? It's such a beautiful book. The inspiration behind the art on the cover and all of that.
So the inspiration for Afroscot input came from I got into a bad situation at the church, and I wanted to really express that in writing, because you don't want to express it towards somebody, you know. So I thought writing is a great way for me to just let these thoughts out. But then when I read that, I thought this is quite distasteful. Like I don't think anybody want to read something like this. So I decided to instead research African and Scottish history, to then put that into a story to understand why maybe a white person might look at a black person in a derogatory way, you know. So I wanted to find out why is that, how do we come in the Bible and the Gospels. So through that, I then kind of came up with the story.
So is this the Umpu, if I get the pronunciation right? Is it more about a real life experience, or is fictional, or a little bit of both of them?
So there's some real life events that happen. For example, with slavery. There's a section in the book where we talk about what happens, why do they throw slaves overboard
into the sea?
You know, why they do that. But Umpu actually means mask in Igbo, but it can also mean termite, exclamation.
Okay.
So when you wear a mask, you don't know the identity of the person behind it. Same with the word, depends on the context. So you understand it more once you read the story.
Oh, I even think there's a popular quote of mask that says, give a man a mask and it tells you everything you want to know. Because people are more honest when there's no face. That's why you have trolls online.
True.
And all of that. Okay, so that's amazing. So what about the first book, the Afroscot Experience? And I think this is such an amazing one as well. So do you want to tell us a little bit about this one?
So the Afroscot Experience is more of my own experiences growing up in Glasgow, and also other people's experiences as well. What I heard growing up, with maybe racism, immigration, trying to fit in, and being ashamed, like I said, of your own culture. And how I grew up and then understood how I don't need to pick any culture.
Mm.
And then why would I just be myself, you know? So it's a coming of age story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, a lot of people think you hate yourself when you identify with the environment that you've been born in, but no, that's your reality.
Yes.
Yes, I'm African by descent or descendants, but I am still Scottish, just by culture, by where I've lived,
Yes.
people that I've related with as well.
Yes.
That's amazing. Okay, so if we want to buy this book, where can we find the book?
So you can find it online on my website, afroscot.org, and it'll also be on Amazon. You can also find it on Good Press, which is a big store in Glasgow.
Amazing.
It's around Merchant City. So those are the places you can find the book. Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, all the links to purchase this book will be beneath this video and somewhere on the video as well. So would you like to leave us with any takeaway points, any takeaway words?
The takeaway word is anybody watching this who's maybe an African, maybe struggling in high school or wherever you are, and don't feel like you have to fit in. You know, be yourself.
Yeah.
And
if being yourself means Afroscot.
Afroscot, yeah.
That's who you are.
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you so much, Uzo, and thank you guys for watching this amazing video and expose on Afroscot. For more information and more details, make sure you check afroscot.org.
Yes.
Wow, we're global. So yes, yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye guys.
Thank you.